Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Tryforce.
I want everyone listening to picture something for me, okay? Close your eyes and just picture the longest stretch of road that you know. Really visualize the nice open road. No cars on it. Picture the beautiful wide open sky. Now picture me with a fancy high-tech motorcycle with the Black Rose Dragon at my side as I go for a direct attack on Colton's life points.
Wait, what?
That's right, BBs. We are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's tonight, where all you really need to know is that it's the same card game you know and love, but on motorcycles.
On motorcycles.
For some reason.
Card games on motorcycles. Let's go.
Oh,
That's what it
God.
is.
I'm so excited to talk about this because I remember listening or watching this episode, like episode 1. I watched episode 1 and I was like, I just want to be in the writer's room for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I wanted to be at that pitch meeting.
You know, we said that a lot for GX.
We did.
And, I mean it. I did mean it. I really, what I would have given to sit in a room where they talked about that. But 5D is a whole nother level.
You're right. It's such a different ballgame because GX was just like a victim of shitty writing for the first season. And but 5Ds...
Few seasons.
Yeah, well... But 5Ds just, as a core concept, is just like... How did they get that past the writer's room? You know, how'd they get past the beta sessions?
These are the questions, but we're not alone here to talk about that with all of our questions. We actually have a guest, because Zach couldn't be here tonight. So if you would like to introduce yourself...
Oh, hey, I'm Joseph. I'm Rain's brother. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Oh, first-time, long-time. Oh, yeah. It's Joe from New York. What is your story?
He taught me everything I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! And is the reason I went to tournaments and stuff.
Oh,
so that's his story.
Sick. That's so sick.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, I sat there first in front row when I watched Rain make at least 2 people quit the game.
Well, I think that was at the same tournament, too.
Oh, get wrecked. I love that. That's amazing.
You gotta understand, when a 12-year-old girl is sitting at the table pretending she has no idea how to play the card game, and then goes, I summoned this one fish, this fish summons
this
4
one
fish.
This red fish?
Yeah, red. It was 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, red.
I love the Dr. Seuss combo. It's my favorite.
But my favorite is then after that, the kids, the people at the table being like, you can't do that, and me just turning to Joe and going, Joe, I think I did it right.
It was the judge call that everyone looked at, and it was like, yeah, no, she just summoned 15 monsters. She did some end boss combo.
Oh my god.
And that's why Fishborg Blaster is on the ban list, team.
Are you directly responsible for Fishborg Blaster being on the ban list?
I'm thoroughly convinced it's my fault.
You know what? I actually wouldn't be shocked. With being back in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World as long as I have been in recent weeks, I am not surprised that people would get that salty and petition for that card to be banned.
It wasn't necessarily Fishborg Blaster's fault.
It was my fault.
Well, there was an entire combo that you discarded a card, Fishborg Blaster special summoned itself. So yes, the fact that it could just keep coming back, but then you had a card that when it was discarded from the hand to the graveyard, it put itself back in the hand. So you had an unlimited loop, and Mass Driver, anything that Mass Driver does is just pretty much Konami says, no, get that out of here. But during that time, Konami was known for, well, if there's a problem, let's just get rid of everything that's involved with the problem.
Yeah, Mass Driver was just
They could have just asked me to stop dueling. Like, I would have accepted a check of $100,000 at the time. Like, I was 12. What did I know? But it's fine. It's fine. I'm only a little bitter. It's only my Twitter name. It's fine.
And what a story that would have been if you could have told the actual tale of the time that Konami literally paid you to stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they wanted to keep a card in the game.
Oh my god. Honestly, that would be the story. That would be on my gravestone. But we're not here to talk about that part of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're here to talk about the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's.
Rain, what was it that you said? What was it that you said to me when we were watching the first season? You just like something about blue. Oh, beep beep. Here's the blue eyes.
Vroom vroom. Here's the blue eyes white dragon, bitch.
Oh God, that killed me.
Sure. I'm very certain that's like the exact words. Was
vroom vroom. Here's the blue eyes. Vroom vroom. Here's the blue eyes, bitch.
Talk about something that should have come up in the writing room.
Oh God.
That's probably how the conversation started.
What if Blue Eyes was riding a motorcycle?
I guarantee you the meeting went, guys, hear me out. Card games are motorcycles.
It definitely started with a hearty hear me out. 100%. Oh, I love that shit. I definitely think that, like, they were all in the room with all the potential voice actors for the show, and Sean Schimmel was just so on board. He's just like, fuck it, I want to voice every character in this show. Because, man, did he do that. Man, did he really do that.
Sometimes you have a dream, you know? And you just go for it.
You just go for
And
it.
that's what they did.
You go for it hard enough where in like the late episodes of season 1, you have a scene where Sean Schimmel voices all 3 of the characters in the scene and they're all talking to each other. And that's how hard you chase your dreams.
You know, it do be that way sometimes.
Absolutely.
Are you guys ready to talk about episode 1?
Oh God, am I ready to talk about episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking 5Ds.
Episode 1, on your mark, get set, duel.
It's already up.
It's literally the title.
Right out the fucking gate. It is just a wild ride. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I have something for that. There we go. We're gonna be using that a lot.
I hate this for us. A rally gives Yusei a stolen chip to upgrade his duel runner, but they are hunted down by security forces.
We gotta tell everybody what a duel runner actually is, though.
It's a motorcycle.
It's a motorcycle.
It's a fucking motorcycle.
A motorcycle with a dual disc built into it.
That you play Yu-Gi-Oh on.
You play the Yu-Gi-Oh on, and I love it. Yeah. It's just.
Yusei draws their pursuers away and is dragged into a turbo duel, which is something we'll have to explain, against Trudge, one of the security offers. Trudge summons the powerful Montage Dragon, but Yusei counters with a synchro monster named Junk Warrior to win the duel.
The boy! I love Junk Warrior.
I love seeing him in every episode.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's like
times.
He's the machine dark magician of this show.
Oh my! I said a lot of words there that, as someone who's seen almost all of Yu-Gi-Oh, I should know. But like, Turbo Duel makes me want to DIE a little bit.
Turbo Duel is definitely not a great thing for my brain. But you know what? It's really funny. Speaking of voice actors. Officer Trudge, by the way, really hitting the nail on the head for that character with that name. But he's voiced by Yugi's voice actor, or Yami's voice actor, which really fucks me up because Yusei's voiced by Tristan, and that really fucks me up.
And then, with the whole Yu-Gi-Oh series, or at least for the English one anyway, all the voice actors get reused.
Oh yeah.
I think, is Rally voiced by Mokuba's voice actor?
I think so. Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And Jack Atlas's assistant is also Mokuba.
And Jack Atlas is
Jack Atlas. Oh no.
Some nationality. He's something.
General UK.
He's from somewhere over there, you know?
He's either from down under or across the pond. Either way, he's not from here. So.
But so to break down the first episode, Rally, who is one of Yusei's friends, finds a chip to put in the Duel Runner, and the chip is supposed to, like, I don't know, I guess make his fucking thing work. I don't know anything about cars or Duel Runners because I don't have one.
I know a lot about cars, and I had no idea what this was supposed to do. So
I don't know what it did for the thing.
It gives it extra fast.
In layman's terms, it said, "Go faster."
Go faster.
It told the Duel Runner it gave it extra fast.
Oh, felt good.
Pretty much.
And
speaking of the first episode, can we just take 2 seconds to talk about at least how good the theme song was?
Oh my god, the intro is in my head constantly.
I mean, it's
Going
like
fast makes me feel alive.
It does. But like at the same time, it feels, I loved it, but it was also really cringy to listen to after a little while, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the 5D's intro, I probably listened to out of the entire Yu-Gi-Oh series that I've seen, because I haven't seen the newest stuff. But like that's like the intro I've listened to almost all the time that I was watching it.
Yeah.
Obviously the GX intro is still tops. Yeah. Tops to this day.
Kicking out with your friends in the schoolyard. How can you beat that?
You don't beat that.
I'll argue in favor of 5D's. It's 5D's is of all the 6 shows out there. 5D's.
Wait, there's 6?
God, there really is 6, huh?
I thought there was only 5.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Just finished marathoning Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. Don't watch it.
What the fuck is Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains?
No, Colton, please. I don't want to talk about that because we're talking about 5Ds. Please, no more. One Yu-Gi-Oh! At a time.
Without going into that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains is virtual reality helmets.
Oh, so
good. It's what is that? Sword Art Online. But
it's Sword Art Online, Code Lyoko, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Put together. Great.
We love that. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next episode. Okay, episode 2. I can't do this. I hate this fucking shit.
You know, Zach has a really hard job, and anytime he's not here to do this, like I really kind of take him for granted when he does this, you know?
You know, I agree. It's not even that. It's like looking at the title names because you don't think about it when you're watching it.
You have no idea.
So like having to actually sit here and look at this makes me want to like cry. The second episode is called Creepy Crawlies. Yeah, Yusei reflects on the past battle with Jack, vowing to win back his Stardust Dragon card, which the former stole from him. Later, Tank, Nervin, and Blitz, who the fuck names these characters, are bullied by a group of thugs.
Mervin fucking kills me.
They are bullied by a group of thugs led by a person named Lenny. How are you gonna get bullied by a man named Lenny?
How are you gonna get? Oh, to be fair, I believe Mervin is lower on the totem pole than Lenny.
You're just really gonna get bullied by a man named Lenny. All right.
I think it's like
steps in.
So stupid.
Oh my god, I wish Zach was here to read this.
And I love their voices too. They're such stereotypical thug voices, like, yeah, Mervin, you're gonna feel the wrath of my creepy crawly bugs.
Oh my god, I hate that. Yusei steps in to help his friends out and ends up in a duel against Lenny with his Duel Runner at stake. Lenny uses an insect deck, if you couldn't tell by the name of the fucking episode, and uses his powerful bugs to gain the upper hand.
Now, what have we learned about bugs?
Synchro summons Junk Warrior and wins. Wow.
Yeah.
Yusei then, oh my, I just want you to know, I scrolled down in this wiki for just like the little descriptions, and almost a bunch of them just say Yusei summoned Junk Warrior.
You just control F on the wiki and just Yusei summons Junk Warrior.
Oh yeah, top deck, do combo, junk warrior, power up, swing for game, GG no re.
That's literally what that is. GG no re. I have a complaint about this because it's not that he had powerful bugs; it's that Yusei is afraid of bugs.
Yeah.
So let's get our information in check, Wikipedia.
I love how they established Yusei's useless phobia in episode 2 through a duel. Like, can you imagine? What kind of exposition?
Doesn't it never come up again?
In the entire series, the 5D series, it's the only time that ever comes up.
Really? Well, yeah, you've watched past season 2 or season 1, but like, good God, man, that's really the only time they mention the fucking bug thing.
Yeah. They literally do it to establish this bully character, and then Yusei wins anyway because main character, and like gets his dual runner anyway. But like, imagine sitting there and like me being like, haha, Colton's afraid of bugs, so I'm gonna use a bug deck. Like, wouldn't you just be like, oh, okay, they're Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever?
Yeah, they are drawings.
I would.
Yes, those are illustrations on cardboard. I am not very, very afraid of those, actually.
Oh, you got to think the life-size holograms. If someone's afraid of a spider, you just summon a giant spider.
That's fair. That's kind of fair.
I'm swinging on the hologram. I'm swinging on it. I don't have a problem with like many bugs, but like, I don't know, if you summoned a life-size cockroach, I would be swinging.
Oh yeah.
Like, someone would be hit. I don't know who.
Rain's throwing her fishboard blaster like Seto Kaiba throwing blue eyes at people.
Yeah, I would be. I'd be like, fishboard blaster, go!
Rain having Gregory flashbacks, just like...
Don't even. Oh my goodness. We don't bring that up. But, you know, as one does, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yusei wins his duel. He confronts his fears. He never has a fear of bugs ever again.
Yeah,
I wish that was how that worked. Because as someone who runs a fish deck, I would like to get over my fear of the ocean, but it's just not happening, you know?
Yeah, you just gotta battle with those fish, become one with the fish.
I'm just not main character enough. Maybe that's my problem.
You know what? Rain, you have to spike your hair in at least 7 different directions in order to get that power.
Shit, you're right. Damn.
Don't tempt her. She's actually going to try that.
Yeah.
It'll happen. Okay. Episode 3. It's called Pipe Dreams. I wonder if you can figure out what happens in this episode by that title.
Yeah, it's almost
Yusei begins his ride to New Domino City to face Jack.
What happened to the old one?
Don't worry about that. But on the way, Trudge forces him into another turbo duel with only 3 minutes left to make it out of the pipeline. Yeah, that's where the pipe dreams came in, if you can figure it out. Trudge's gate blocker prevents him from gaining any speed counters. Make a note of all the things we're going to have to explain in this paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
Yusei seems to be getting desperate until he pulls out a special monster given to him by Rally, but his plan backfires when Trudge activates a trap card. Then Trudge tunes his... What the fuck is this? Juke Fighter? Was that the name of the card?
Juke Fighter.
Oh my god,
yeah,
well,
Juke
I
Fighter.
forgot about that. So, one of the gate blockers to synchro summon Go-Yo Guardian.
Go-Yo Guardian.
Who the fuck names these things?
Juke Fighter might be my new Twitter handle, honestly. That sounds great.
Please. Guys, I want to say this is the first one that doesn't say it. He didn't summon Junk Warrior to win.
Oh, yeah.
He used Nitro Warrior's special ability to gain his speed counters, and he makes it to New Domino City. And who's there waiting for him but Jack Atlas himself?
The master of faster himself.
There he is.
All hail the king.
Oh, God.
To quickly explain, so speed counters are a thing in Turbo Duels to be able to summon cards.
I'm wildly unclear on what the fuck a Turbo Duel is. Like,
oh, well, that's what Joe's here for.
Yes.
Joe, take it away.
Joe, please help me.
Speed duel. Speed duels are the newest generation of dueling. You're dueling on your motorcycle, and every time it's your turn, you gain a speed counter. After gaining so many speed counters, 5, 7, 8, and 10, you could activate skill abilities based off of those counters. When dueling people like Trudge or the police, they have cards that say you don't gain speed counters and you don't get your abilities because, law enforcement.
This is the part where I say this duel was Zach's favorite duel, and he gave me the reason, and he said it's because ACAB. So.
I was just going to say, obviously ACAB, and Trudge is no exception.
Yeah. Literally. And the whole thing with this episode is they found out that the garbage line shuts down for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know, at like midnight on one day out of the month. And Yusei's like, I can make my dual runner go fast, so I'm gonna leave because I want my Stardust Dragon back. And this is where I say, I know I just said I wasn't main character enough, but I too have been holding a grudge over a Yu-Gi-Oh card for years, so I'm just wondering, where is my Yu-Gi-Oh series? Thank you.
Rain is like prepping their dual runner, just in their garage right now, ready to just gun it into Konami headquarters once the garbage chute opens up.
That's me. I'm on my way.
I also want to point out that throughout the entire series, it is made it to be believed that the faster you go, the better your chances are of winning. And there are some points in which you learn that is just a complete lie.
Yeah, as most of the things in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime tend to be.
We love to see it, you know?
I gotta go faster. I'm gonna get lapped. I'm gonna
get lapped.
Lose the race. And then it's like, wait a second, I'm not racing, I'm dueling.
No, you're doing both. Oh my god.
And Colton zooming down the parkway by your house, Colton. It's literally just me. I summon the Black Rose Dragon. Oh, hold on, Colton, hold on. Yeah, can I get a number 4? What do you mean I can't summon the Black Rose Dragon in the Wendy's drive-thru?
Can I get a
what
number
do you mean
4?
I have no speed counters? Fuck you. I summoned this before I pulled it.
Can I get a number 6 extra large? Can I get a number 3 from my blue eyes over here?
He wants a Happy Meal. That's gonna be me in the drive-thru.
My red eyes baby dragon wants a Happy Meal. Oh my god.
So our boy Yusei, he makes it to New Domino City. Old Domino City is dead. So that's it.
Did Old Domino City get like fucking leveled? Like, what happened?
That gets explained.
Yeah, that does get explained at some point.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna loop the next 2 episodes together because anything that has a part 2, I'm looping together so we can get through it faster.
Oh yeah, good call.
So these 2 are A Blast from the Past, Part 1 and 2. Yusei intends to win back his Stardust Dragon, and he meets up with Jack Atlas and challenges him to a turbo duel. The battle begins in a deserted duel stadium, which I think is called the Kaiba Dome, and I'm a little upset that they didn't put that here, because that's important information for me. Yusei finds himself up against not only the fearsome Red Dragon Archfiend, but also his own Stardust Dragon, which Jack placed in his deck. He, I want to say, did offer to give it back to Yusei, but Yusei was like, I need to win it back.
Like a fucking idiot.
Warrior. And just, that's in there. Jack counters, though, with the Red Dragon Archfiend. Yusei does gain control of the Stardust Dragon, though. Both Yusei and Jack's arms begin to burn when the Stardust and Red Dragon Archfiend clash. Both of their arms glow red. Whenever they attack each other, the energy machine that is there, spikes with tremendous power. A third dragon appears in the sky with no clear defined shape except for the fact that it is in the shape of a dragon, and it's red. The energy machine reaches a point where it couldn't take anymore, and it causes a power outage. The duel ends with no victor. and New Domino City Security Forces.
Those
are the 2 episodes.
This episode threw me for such a fucking loop because it's like, of course, some ancient Egyptian bullshit has to happen in a Yu-Gi-Oh series.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! What did you expect?
But they really just shoehorned it into the middle of this futuristic race duel. Like, they really could have just built up to it, but nah, they were just like, this has to happen immediately. And
like, I feel like, you come from, like, original, like, OG Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Where we were saying, that shit happens immediately. Like, you were thrown right in. There's no breathing room in the original Yu-Gi-Oh.
That is true.
But then in GX, it felt like, there's a lot of breathing room. So I feel like they were like, okay, maybe don't throw them right into it with 5Ds, but it's still, you're like, we are saving the world immediately.
This is episode
4.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, this is episode 4.
This episode 4 and 5, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, listen, remember the Yu-Gi-Oh, the first episode of like the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Yugi loses his grandfather. Oh, bye. Then
he has a fucking heart attack because he lost a duel to Seto Kaiba.
Then you have GX where there's like no maybe one shadow duel. And then there's nothing for the entire first season. It's just, hey, I'm a high school student. Then it's Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and it's just like, okay, we need to get to the point a lot faster than we did with GX. I mean, how fast can you go? It's we're on card games and motorcycles.
I don't know. I was gonna say pretty fast, considering that's the premise of the fucking show.
Well, vroom vroom, bitch! It's the Stardust Dragon.
Here's the
when once Stardust Dragon was announced, that's what I wanted to tell you, Colton. That's the Dark Magician of the show.
Yeah. Stardust Dragon. Yeah, it's 2,500 attack points. Can be summoned every goddamn duel. Yep, that's the Dark Magician of the series. All right.
There it fucking is. What I like about these 2 episodes is, while in the middle of, them having this duel, you have the fucking scientist, ? I don't remember. The crazy dude.
Sean Schimmel, number 1.
We've never had energy levels like this. And, like, the head CEO guy just being like, the next time this happens, can you, like, wait till morning? And I'm like, oh, yeah, let me just tell Jack and Yusei to wait till fucking morning to have their fucking, like, gay-ass, like, feelings duel. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell them to do it in the morning. You only summon the Crimson Dragon, but do it in the morning next time, guys. Please. Some of us need to sleep.
You always summon this thing that we have literally been waiting thousands of years to summon. Just I haven't had my coffee yet. Just give me a fucking moment. Just
literally. All right. Are you guys ready for? Do you have anything else to say, or can I move on to the next 2 episodes?
Oh, let's do it.
Go on.
The next 2 episodes, another part 1, part 2. The facility, part 1 and part 2. Yusei is arrested. It just sinks that in. Let that sink in. And sent to a detention center where he meets an old man named Yanagi who duels using what he calls a hidden treasure deck. He snuck these cards in, just so everyone is.
I love this guy. I love this guy so much.
I love this old man. He faces off against another prisoner named Bolt Tanner and is revealed that he's a poor duelist. Although lacking skills, he cares deeply about his cards, something Yusei relates to. Meanwhile, Goodwin, who is the big CEO man who wants his beauty sleep, reviews Jack's duel with Yusei and discovers that if they weren't interrupted by the appearance of the dragon, Jack would have lost. Because right before they lost power, Yusei activated a trap card. Which is, valid. Yusei, having enough of hearing Tanner making fun of Yanagi's hidden treasure deck, takes Yanagi's deck and challenges Tanner to a duel, much to everyone's surprise, since Yusei is not dueling with his usual deck. Yusei doesn't, in fact, summon the Junk Warrior, but he does win.
Yeah.
The end.
Imagine he finds a fucking way to get it out.
It's just like him.
Shenanigans.
And then I synchro summon the Junk Warrior. Everybody, what? Me, what? You say, wait, what?
Just give me a fucking second. I'll let you know how that worked.
What I love about the first episode of that, when Jack finds out that he would have lost, and he has this whole kind of like, I don't know, like, I feel like there are people who would like find out that they would have lost and just been like, oh, okay, well, no one saw it, doesn't matter, whatever, like, I'm the better duelist. And Jack just kind of goes, well, I shouldn't be the champion then. If I can't wait, why am I up here? Like, and immediately just has this kind of like, oh shit, no, I have to duel him again, something is off. Like, either I'm being paid, like someone's paying me off, someone's doing this, like he's immediately on his shit. And I'm just like, wow, like round of applause for Jack Atlas. Like
I don't know. I feel like I can't believe like that man is saltier than the fucking Dead Sea. Like I cannot even believe that you looked at a duel that nobody saw and he's like, nah, run it back. Like I can't believe that. You know what I mean? That's insane.
There's a comparison between Jack Atlas and Seto Kaiba, whereas Jack Atlas is always chasing Yusei Fudo, like Seto Kaiba is always chasing the Pharaoh.
Yeah, I guess, but like, Kaiba didn't care. Did Kaiba care that much, do you think?
You need to watch the last movie if you haven't watched it.
Oh, I haven't watched the last movie. So, is that the one where Kaiba's like, fire whoever made that cup? Kaiba Corp products shouldn't crumble that easily or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. He's such a dickhead.
Without getting distracted, the last movie, all that happens is Kaiba goes back to Egypt and digs up all the Millennium items just to rebuild the puzzle, just so he could call the Pharaoh one more time to have one more duel.
Wow.
And when he doesn't get that duel because the Pharaoh's spirit's not in the puzzle, he builds a time machine to go back in time to duel the Pharaoh.
Oh my god. Okay, Kaiba. Kaiba.
I want it to be as extra as fucking Seto Kaiba himself.
Yeah, honestly, that's goals. That is extra goals. Holy shit.
So
and this is the Time movie, whatever that movie was called?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have to watch that movie.
When I tell you Jack Atlas loses to Yusei, the entire series is, I'm the king, I'm the master of faster. Well, I'm actually second place. I gotta beat Yusei.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I love that.
Whenever he gets the chance, I'm gonna duel Yusei.
So he's literally just the Seto Kaiba of the show.
Yeah.
He is Seto Kaiba on motorcycles.
I love it.
If you told me there's a family relation between Jack Atlas and Seto Kaiba, I wouldn't deny it. I would be like, yeah, okay, that's believable.
Oh yeah, like 100%.
That's ridiculous. Holy shit, man.
Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna move on.
Let's do it.
Episode 8. Episode 8's very short and simple. It's called Fired Up. Yusei is interrogated for information about the dragon mark. Yanagi tells Yusei what he knows about people that are called signers, which are the people who have the dragon marks, and the 5 dragons, and suspects that Yusei's Stardust Dragon may be one of the 5. Meanwhile, Jack duels Hunter Pace and is off his game because he lost, and he's still thinking about that. Which is tragic, really. Can't relate.
Such a funny duel, too. Like, oh my god. Like, doesn't he almost not go out?
Yeah, because he's like, I have to duel Yusei.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, but then Hunter goes off and then Jack wins.
Oh yeah.
Hunter just starts getting into Jack's head, and Jack turns around and was like, okay, I had enough of you. This is my Red Dragon Archfiend, and literally one turns him.
Oh yeah. Like, can you imagine just like he did the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent of like when a Dragon Ball Z villain just bats somebody away without a fucking thought. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and during that, so you have that duel happening. We learn about the signers and stuff because Jack has a bright red thing on his arm, and Yusei doesn't actually have the mark all the time. You find out?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, well, we need the signers to summon the dragon again. And, Yusei's like, no, that's not me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Me, bro.
It's me, Yanagi. But I saw it. No, wrong dude, wrong bitch, not me.
You say, I know I'm the main character, but I don't want to be.
Yusei's like, I just wanted to like get my Stardust Dragon back and help my friends. So
Literally,
I'm really not.
Literally, if that duel had been unimpeded by the Crimson Dragon, Yusei would have got his Stardust Dragon back and fucked off to the outskirts and never been heard from again.
He literally would have gone back to the satellite and just been like, guys, look, I got my card back.
Then that would have been it.
Yay.
That would have literally been the end of the show.
Well, you know they can't do that.
Oh yeah, well, you also have to talk about the difference between Neo Domino City and what the satellite actually is.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much the satellite is a destroyed city where, pretty much everyone is either virtually poor or homeless, and they're fighting just to survive.
Yeah, I mean, the way I would describe it to somebody who doesn't know is like, imagine New York City was this big future utopia, and then everything around New York City, like literally a circle around New York City, is just, garbage plants, power plants, all that shit.
There's an easy way to explain that. We call that New Jersey.
Oh yeah. I have a good
that I think we need to explain though that I didn't explain when I said Yusei got arrested, which is the face markings.
Oh yeah.
So they put these markings on everyone who's like a criminal or like has been arrested.
A bad guy.
And it's like a way to like find them. You can like find them based on the marks. They're not allowed into like New Domino City and stuff like that. So, Yusei ends up with this really, which they're not small marks, by the way. No. These are big ass fucking marks that they put on these people's faces.
Oh, yeah, they tattoo your face.
And go, well, you're a fucking criminal. Like, that's cool. Okay.
What'd you do? I broke into Neo Domino City with out of license.
You say, what did you do? You have a mark on your face. You say, I dueled Jack Atlas after hours.
Can you imagine? Can you
beat him?
Can you fucking imagine like a dystopian society so broken where like you can't even enter a city if you're below a certain class? Like, good God.
It's been nice knowing all of you. You will never see me again.
Listen, I'm right there with you. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. All right, I'm moving on because I wanna try to speed run some of these.
You want to speed duel some of these?
Oh yes, Turbo Duel. Let's go. All right, another two-parter. It's called the Lockdown Duel. Yusei is transferred into fucking like maximum security for some reason. With a new cellmate. His cellmate, Alex, plans to escape and offers to take Yusei with him, but Yusei is like, nah man, I got friends, I ain't doing that shit. Meanwhile, Armstrong, who is a security man at the prison, has been harassing Tanner, and Yusei's like, fuck you, bitch, I'll duel you. But he doesn't have any cards because those are illegal. So all the prisoners come together and go, this is my best card that I snuck in because they're not good at security checks in maximum security. And Yusei duels him. But Yusei gets caught in the trap and is not only forced to discard 10 cards each turn. Was that really 10 cards each turn? Wait a minute. Yes? I can't even remember that.
The warden used some type of iron chain deck, which literally forces your opponent to discard cards from the deck. So
I thought it went up each turn. I didn't think it was 10 right away because he would have been out of the duel immediately.
Oh yeah.
It went up. It was like 3, 6, 9, something.
That's what I thought. All right. Also, each life point lost delivers a painful electric shock, but Armstrong, because ACAB, disabled his, so he doesn't get hurt. Until Alex breaks into the control room and says, fuck you, bitch. Despite the overwhelming odds, Yusei is able to pull through and win the duel using a trap card. He is allowed to leave prison. The next time a cop pulls me over, I'm asking for a duel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, imagine I get pulled over for having a headlight out. It's like, officer, I will, if if you beat me in a duel, I'll let you give me a ticket. Like, what do you think would happen? Like, I just out of curiosity.
They make you do a drug test. So get out of the car.
But here's the problem.
I challenge you to a duel. Card games, and I could drive and play, some of my Black Rose Dragon.
I can.
But like, here's the thing. What if he pulls out a fucking deck and he's like, "I thought you'd never ask." I'm like, "Oh, what do I do in that situation?"
That would be me. I would turn around and be like,
I'll take my ticket now.
Yeah, for real.
No, you go like this.
You.
No, you ask. You go, wait, what are you playing? That's what you gotta ask. You gotta be like, wait, what do you run? And then depending on what his answer is, then you go, yeah, I'll take my ticket now.
Oh my god. I run Performance Pals.
Challenging a cop to a duel is the equivalent of saying, trial by combat.
I love, man, you think I fucking wouldn't do that? That is fantastic though, because it's like, I really love like a small detail that they have in this show, which is they theme the decks like really, really well. And I really appreciate that Trudge can just pick from an arsenal of Yu-Gi-Oh cards provided to him by government facilities in order to apprehend criminals who are also dueling with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, just the fucking core concept baffles me.
Yeah, it's a great concept until you look at Trudge's win-loss record.
Oh, yeah. Like, and I meant to say something about the gate blocker thing from episode 3, where it was just like, he was like, "You're not going to get past my gate blocker, so I've blocked your way into this garbage chute." I'm like, motherfucker, it is a hologram. It's not a real object.
Nah, man.
Oh,
It's real, all right.
Some people could summon real-life monsters.
Yeah.
just look at Bakura in season 1.
Bakura.
Summoning Yu-Gi-Oh cards to chase cards.
I would. Listen, if I could, I would.
Absolutely.
I would.
I would too.
All right. Episodes 11 and 12, another two-parter of The Take Back. Although he's out of prison, Yusei has noticed he's being followed. Luckily, he's taken in by a former duelist named Blister. Who the fuck named these characters? The man who Tanner told him could help him get his Duel Runner and his deck back. After discovering Blister's past, Yusei goes LMAO, have a good time, and infiltrates the tower and gets his Duel Runner and deck back. Not before Trudge shows up and challenges him to another fucking turbo duel.
Of course he fucking does.
Yusei continues to avoid Trudge's brutal direct attacks as he attempts to escape with Blister's help, but things only get harder from there. Despite the danger, whatever the danger is, Yusei resolves to restore Blister's faith in That's what you do while you're dueling? My god. Yeah. When Trudge brings out the Guardian again, Yusei tunes four weak monsters to summon Turbo Warrior. Trudge tries to stop him attacking by ramming Yusei's Duel Runner, but Blister holds him off long enough for Yusei to attack and win. Now, I could just imagine this, being so mad that you're gonna lose, right? To somebody who is out of prison, free, because he won a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, and you go, well, if I just stop him from dueling, I can bring him back to prison. Let's kill him.
Let's kill him. I love the jump. I really love the jump.
I've said this before, Colton. You've heard me say this. Joe, you've also heard me say this.
Here it is.
It's just fucking duel monsters.
There it is. We can end the episode. Goodbye, everybody.
That's what it is. No, that's what it is. It's just duel monsters, right? Like, what did Yusei do? Yusei was like, oh, okay, I want my shit back. Went to go get his shit back. And Trudge, who's not even supposed to be, like, on the case, right? Like, he's done because he fucked up twice.
Yeah, because Yusei got away twice. He was demoted.
Yeah, ACAB, honestly.
And that's the shit. Yeah, and he still shows up and tries to do this shit. And Yusei's literally just like, bruh, I just want to go back to the satellite. Like, my dude. Yusei, who's literally just like, I'm over it. Stop.
At least if the character development, at least Trudge is like, gets worse and worse and worse before he gets better.
He doesn't. Does he get better?
No.
Beautiful. We love to see that.
Well, in terms of, as a duelist, no. I think he hit his glass ceiling summoning Goyo Guardian.
Well, somebody had to do it, and it was him.
Afterwards, he pretty much just becomes the cheerleader in the stands rooting on Yusei. When he realizes, I'm going to root him on because I can't beat him and I'm scared of him.
Yeah, Trudge is literally the epitome of if you can't beat him, join him. Like,
if only Jack Atlas could do that.
Only Jack Atlas could take his head out of his own anus. That would be amazing. Like, that would make the whole series so much easier.
Oh, just wait until you get to the fifth installment of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
no, thank you.
No.
Okay. Episode 13 is called A Duel to Remember, and in this I have to specify that the Japanese version of this episode is different than the English version of this episode. I just want to get that out there before someone comes at me for talking about the English version, and they're like, that's not what happened. Just suck my ass, okay? It's separate. Yusei escapes from the police and Trudge, but crashes his duel runner and is knocked unconscious. When he wakes up, he finds he's been rescued and hidden from the police by these two twins, Leo and Luna. They're prodigy duelists who live in this really fancy fucking apartment. They see that Yusei is alright. Leo asks him for a friendly duel. Yusei's junk deck against Leo's Morphtronic deck. In the Japanese version, he doesn't have amnesia, but in the English version, Yusei is suffering from amnesia for a hot 45 minutes.
Why? I just don't understand.
But Leo duels him and goes, you're a duelist, let's duel, and like you'll remember your past. And then it works, actually.
Oh my god.
So.
Of course it does. They couldn't run with that like, it feels like, when they were writing it, it feels like they had already recorded the lines for this before they actually pitched it to the director. And they're like, so what'd you come up with storyline-wise? Oh, he's got amnesia in this episode, but, he gets it back towards the end. You know what? I don't know if that's a great idea. It's a good start, but I think we can do something better. The guy, they're in the meeting like, okay, well, yeah, sure. They close the door. It's like, so how do we tell him that half the lines are already recorded? How do we do that?
Just send it to publishing and go.
That's literally what happens.
Fuck it, just cut the rest of the episode, print it, go. He doesn't have to know about it. He's not going to watch it.
Oh.
In that episode, we also learn about a tournament being held called the Fortune Cup, in which not Leo, Luna is the one who's supposed to be going, but Leo is like, I'm going to do it because my sister has stage fright, and then you find out he's not that good of a duelist.
No, he's not. He's not fantastic.
We love it. The next episode.
I love the Morphtronics, though.
I think the Morphtronics are really cool.
Yeah.
And, he does, learn how to use them as, it goes on. But, poor kid is like, I'm going to do this for my sister, who is a literal dueling prodigy. And she's just like, everyone's going to know. They're all going to know it's not me up there.
I just don't know what the thought process was behind this switch, because, very clearly they use extremely different decks. So,
I think the idea was they're twins.
No, I get that, but,
they're almost identical twins, except for the fact that one's male, one's female, and their voices are completely different.
Yeah,
But,
their
no
voices are
one
completely
noticed.
different, and their decks are completely different, and their mannerisms are entirely different. Like,
But it's fine. No, Colton, it's fine. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know until they know.
I guess.
Yeah, no, but it's a while, I think, before Luna duels.
It's a few episodes actually. Because the next episode we learn about, it's called Bloom of the Black Rose, and this is one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Is the Black Rose Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Letting it be known, I love this card. While preparing for the cup, Yusei's reunited with Tanner and Yanagi. As they prepare to test out Yusei's deck, they're confronted by Jack Atlas, who returns the Stardust Dragon to Yusei.
Yusei, take the Stardust Dragon.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Oh, God.
That's exactly how that went. Later, Leo and his friend learn about a duelist called the Black Rose when she appears before them and starts to cause real damage using her, Black Rose Dragon, quote unquote. The mark of the dragon on Yusei's arm begins to react to hers. And then she goes, "Stay away from me!" Literally just like that, and then leaves.
Yeah.
And this is also the episode where we get probably the best character in the entire series, Jesse Wheeler. Thank you.
Is that Joey Wheeler? No, it's his cousin Jesse Wheeler.
The literal best.
Have you seen the? Did you see the closed captioning for that scene on fucking YouTube?
No.
They say it all in one word. No, it's his cousin Jesse Wheeler.
It is one word. That's one word.
God, can we just get a Jesse Wheeler spinoff series, please?
I need to just know what his cousin's doing in New Domino City.
I need a Wheeler protagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I need a Wheeler main character.
I'm gonna write it.
Oh, yes. Please.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, they gave you one. It was Jaden Yuki.
Jaden Yuki is not a Wheeler. He dueled a... Oh my God, I still have a gripe with the fact that he dueled a monkey named Wheeler. That made me really upset.
That upset me because Joey Wheeler was compared to a dog the whole time. So I was like, all right guys, you didn't even get your Yu-Gi-Oh reference right, and you're the Yu-Gi-Oh writers.
I just felt so bad. I'm like, Joey does not deserve this shit, man. He's a good man.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, because I know we are gonna hit time soon-ish.
Soonish.
I think that for the entire Fortune Cup, instead of going episode by episode, we can kind of just talk about it, because I know a lot happens, but that's another 15, not even 15 episodes, that's another 10 episodes.
Yeah, not
but
enough happens where
through.
we can, I would say not enough happens where we should warrant breaking it up, honestly.
Yeah, but from episode 15 to episode 26, it is the Fortune Cup, which is, it's between a bunch of different duelists. It had to be invite only. You could not just go and sign up. And towards 2 days before the fucking cup, they invite Yusei because they're like, we need the dragons to clash.
We need the dragons to clash.
Oh, well, Goodwin had an idea of who the 5 signers were, and so he was like, I'm going to throw all of them in the tournament to see if I could summon the Crimson Dragon. Pretty much that's what the tournament was. Pretty much. Yeah. So to sum it up, it was, hey, I got all of these powerful duelists, and the winner gets a shot at Jack Atlas. It was what the cover was, but really the cover is, I'm trying to summon the Crimson Dragon, and I'm trying to become God.
I mean, would it be Yu-Gi-Oh without some fucko trying to become God?
No,
someone's gotta be trying to be God.
Someone's got to be God, and then there has to be some absolutely obscenely rich asshole who's like, I don't want you to become God because I have to beat this man in a game of children's cards.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
You know that's how it be. And this whole time during the cup too, like Jack is like up in this like VIP box watching the duels.
Yeah.
And he's like, Yusei's not even dueling, and he's like, well, Yusei better win. Like, Yusei better. I'm not dueling anybody else if Yusei isn't there.
Jack, shut
It better
the
be
fuck up
Yusei.
and watch the duels.
And like Goodwin's like, yeah. We'll make sure Yusei wins. Shut up. Yusei's gonna win. It's fine. Watch this duel. Let's look for the marks. And Jack's like, no, I don't care. Where's Yusei?
Yeah, Jack sits on his crown, looking down. Like, with the whole "I don't deserve to be here." Yusei should be the one sitting here, but I need to retake this throne. I need to duel Yusei. That's all that's on his mind. He's like, Yusei better win. Yusei better win.
I just cannot believe that.
Yeah. So what the twins, right? Like the twins duel in this, but it's Leo goes to duel and like loses because like he's not that good of a fucking duelist. But the whole thing, right, is they're looking for the signers, and I looked up what the scientist's name was because it was really bothering me. His name is Zigzix.
His name is what?
Zigzix. Zigzix. I'm really glad that Organization 13 was involved.
I really thought that your mic cut out when you said that.
Nope.
No, you heard that correctly.
You heard that correctly.
That's the most unfortunate news I've heard all night.
Yeah, Zigzix. He invented a thing to like detect the signers using the energy. But while he's like doing that, he's noticing, this kid that's dueling like isn't affected, but there's somebody in the stands who's like got the like mark, and it's Luna because she's not dueling. You know?
Right.
So it's like y'all still kind of got figured out anyway. Haha.
Oh, God.
Joke's on you.
Oh, God.
So like Joe was saying, like the whole point of like this cup is to find the signers, but like one of the other duels is the Black Rose versus the whoever the fucking guy was. I don't fucking remember. And the mark doesn't get activated, and you know, because she's not using one of the 5 dragons against one of the other 5 dragons, or however it's supposed to work. And I just love him being like, well, maybe she isn't a signer. And it's like, dude, y'all don't know shit, do you?
It's not until the second round that Akiza's mark shows.
Yeah.
And of course, it's clear Yusei has to face her in the second round right before going to the finals.
Yeah, can we talk about Akiza's first opponent, though? Like, the fucking knight, dude? Can we talk about that noble knight motherfucker? Like, oh my God, what a dumb character he was.
Yeah, I mean, nobody said that they were smart.
What was his name again? It's like, shit, I don't remember his name, but like he was just this. Oh, I can't battle a lady. It's not my.
His name is Gil Duransborg. And he's like, I can't fight a lady. And then I don't remember what Goodwin says, but he's immediately just 180s, and he's like, yeah, I can do it. It's fine.
Oh my lord, it just. He's literally like the boulder of Yu-Gi-Oh! He's like, the boulder is conflicted. I just like...
The boulder.
And this whole time, he's just speaking in dumb Shakespearean English, and I'm just like, oh, God, I am so embarrassed to be watching this right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. In my rewatch, I did skip that episode.
Good. Honestly, fucking good. Oh my God.
I was like, I know she wins because I know she has 2 more duels. So, like, I was like, I don't need to look at this. I don't want to look at this. It was not for me.
God, no, thank you.
Yeah, there was a lot of mental torture with Akiza, too, throughout her entire
Yes,
story. There
was.
Yeah, there's like a lot of fucked up shit.
Even the guy that's with her is manipulating her into using her powers to pretty much, go evil. But then Yusei and the power of friendship starts to turn her around.
Well,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be Yu-Gi-Oh without the power of friendship.
No, it would not. Oh my god, they're just missing the stupid fucking hand symbol.
I'll make it. Listen, it's me. I run in and I just draw a hand symbol. I'm like, here you go.
It's me, I'm the hand
On all the
symbol.
signers. I think one thing I want to say is these duels prior to Yusei going up to duel have all been regular standing on like a field duels. But then Yusei comes in and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's a turbo duel now," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's sitting there going, "What?
Well, the
Shouldn't they have all been?"
The concept of the tournament was supposed to be all the duels were supposed to be turbo duels, but you got a kid. I don't remember how old Leo and Luna were supposed to be at
Well,
that.
it's fine. Somebody else can drive. Get a sidecar. Like Blister
Sidecar.
did with his teammate. They had the sidecar.
No, but Blister's teammate got fucked up.
It's fine.
So legally, they don't have dueling licenses. And it's even canon that
Dueling
Akiza-
licenses?
Yeah,
So,
it's even canon that Akiza doesn't have a dueling license. That Yusei eventually trains her or teaches her how to speed duel so that she could pass the dueling license exam.
So here's
So
a question,
what?
Joe, question.
Yes.
So like, is your dueling license different from like your driver's license? So like, if I don't have a driver's license, can I get a dueling license?
It's funny because take a guess how you get your dueling license.
By dueling?
You got a speed duel Proctor.
So like,
Do I get like a permit? Is there like a dueling permit?
Yeah.
My questions, team.
I want to fucking die. Oh my god.
It actually happens in the show. So you got to get a little further on to when Akiza joins the team, not to spoil to whoever hasn't
Oh, dude,
watched this.
let's not even begin to pretend she's not the Taya Gardner of this show. Like, oh my god.
No. Hold on a minute. She's don't
Akiza.
don't insult my girl like this.
In this, at least, Akiza holds her own more so than the friend, all the other friends have.
All the other friends. Oh my god. No, I mean, Akiza's a fucking great duelist, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, that would be like her slot on the team. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, the one female character.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
it's the same in every goddamn show like this. So
Okay. Yusei wins his turbo duel. Just to the surprise of nobody. He summons Junk Warrior.
there he is.
It's fine.
There he is, the boy.
I'm pretty sure he summons Junk Warrior.
He
You know,
does.
that's just
Definitely
kinda
does.
Yeah. Then, so because the twins didn't show the signs, after the twins kind of switched back to who they actually are, they do something and like they're like, oh, we're gonna hold a losers bracket now. That wasn't our original plan, but we're gonna do that now because we're gonna get the right twin.
Yeah.
They perform psychological like fucking torture on this like 10-year-old girl in the middle of a tournament that's being live broadcasted.
This fucking Jeffrey Dahmer ass psychiatrist comes out. Oh my god, it was horrible.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, because that's where we learn about one of the other dragons, which is the ancient fairy dragon, because Luna, who, like I said, she's the dueling prodigy, she was in a coma when she was like 3 and spent time in the spirit world, and so she can hear like the card spirits, and she has a Karibo herself, like everybody in Yu-Gi-Oh! Someone has a Karibo. She has one.
Oh, there's always one.
Yeah, a Karibon, I think, is the one she has. It has a little tail. It's very cute. But the dude that she duels is like, well, I'm actually not going to help Goodwin. I just want to take over the spirit world. And it's like, my dude, what the fuck? This is a 10-year-old.
It's And it's so horrible. Like, he's literally like telling her, all I'm doing here is using you to get to here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's fucked up, and I think that ends in a tie, that duel.
Yes, it does. Yes,
They
it does.
both, she uses like a trap card to reverse a life point gaining thing, so they both lose all their life points. He doesn't take over the spirit world, and Yusei is like, oh shit, she's got the thing on her arm, I don't know what's going on here, and it's like, we gotta figure this shit out.
And at some point throughout the duel, you do hear Ancient Fairy Dragon tell her, you need to protect the duel monster spirits.
You promised.
Which you soon later on learn that she doesn't have the Ancient Fairy Dragon yet. And that is one of the dragons to summon the Crimson Dragon.
We love that.
Oh boy.
Can I talk about one of my favorite parts of the Fortune Cup?
Oh yeah, please.
So Yusei duels that the guy who dueled Leo, right? And he goes and he tells Yusei, oh, you need to let me win. Goodwin promised that I could go back to my village, and has this whole emotional thing.
Oh yeah, Sean Schimmel number 2.
But he has, they duel, right? And Yusei wins. And he decides that, like, he's gonna assassinate him with his duel runner.
Yeah,
and the duel runner goes through the window, and, like, Goodwin catches it
with his hand.
To reveal that he has a mechanical arm that we then don't fucking talk about.
Yeah, but let's stop. He caught a motorcycle jumping from the ground through a building like he was Travis Pastrana. With a robot arm.
This motherfucker palmed a spiking wheel like it was nothing. Oh my god.
Yeah. And, like, my favorite thing is, like, so Jack sees that, right? And Jack's like, what the fuck? And, like, they just had this whole reveal about what, like, Goodwin actually did with the village, right? Like, he destroyed the village, it's not there anymore. And then it's just like, oh no, Jack, don't worry. Yusei won the duel, see? So now he just has to win one more, and you guys can summon the Crimson Dragon for me.
So stupid.
And Jack's like, what? And I don't know if it's at this point where Yusei, like, beats up the guards and goes into the room where Jack is and is like, and Jack's like, we're gonna duel, you have to win. And Yusei's like, no, fuck that. He stole my friends. I'm not here for you. He fucking kidnapped my friends. And Jack's like, wait, what? You kidnapped the people from the satellite? What the fuck? That's fucked up. And I'm like, y'all. What? And they're not even in New Domino City, they're just in a box.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the satellite, in a box.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I also am going to take this moment, because I think it's at this point that they explain how exactly Jack came into possession of the Stardust Dragon, because at the beginning of the season, they make it seem like it's something completely different than to what happened.
Oh,
and I don't know if you guys caught that or not. But, like, at the beginning, they're like, oh, it kind of is just like Jack dueled Yusei, and, like, it looks like that's how he got the card. But in reality, Jack was a dick.
Oh yeah.
Jack pushed
Rally.
Oh no, he didn't push Rally.
He tied Rally up.
Oh yeah.
Put him in a boat, pushed him out to sea, called Yusei and went, oh my god, I found Rally. I can't get to him. And is like, oh yeah, if you don't go jump into the, like, ocean, he's gonna die. And then steals his card and his Duel Runner and just dips because he wants to be like rich and famous.
Yeah, he steals Yusei's Stardust Dragon and Yusei's Duel Runner.
Yeah.
So
and what's
the
actually
Duel Runner
cool is like you see the Duel Runner that Jack Atlas is using. That's Yusei's old Duel Runner.
That Yusei built, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, with all the scrap parts and stuff around the satellite.
Well, that also goes for the red one that he's tried throughout the rest of the series.
Yusei built that shit.
I just want to have that kind of, resolve that Yusei has, where he had his entire fucking life's work stolen right there, and he's just like, fuck it, I'll make another one. Like, man, Yusei, come on now.
Oh, no, it was, I'm going to make another one, and his entire idea was, I'm going to get my card back. That's it. I'm building this so I could go beat Jack because, let's face it, he main character. You know it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Build it up. Comes, kicks Jack's ass. And there you go. Then it's like, oh, shit. Fuck. I'm fucking Magic. I don't want to be Magic. Can I go back home, please?
Can I go back home?
You say, really being like, I just want my Stardust Dragon back, my dude. Like, come on. And everything in the world is going, no, you're a main character. And he's like, no, not me. Like, he's literally doing the Fortune Cup all because he's like, all right, like, they stole my friends, and like, fuck it, I'll duel Jack. I got the Stardust Dragon back, whatever. Dueling Akiza, and he's like, fuck, now I gotta teach this bitch about friendship right now. Like, the Black Rose Dragon is lifting him up and slamming him into the ground, and he's like, it's your power, bitch. It's your quirk. You do you. He pulling a Deku. He's like, it's not their power, it's your power. And then she's like crying, and he's like, I can't believe I'm teaching this bitch about the power of friendship.
In the middle of a duel and in the middle of a tournament. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a little bit after the Fortune Cup that Akiza actually comes around and joins Team Yusei or Team 5D's, which
Team Crow. Thank you.
Team 5D's, Team 5 Dragons. If you didn't figure that one out,
Yeah, I picked up on that. That one I got.
I thought it stood for 5 drivers. You're welcome. 5 drivers because fast. Thank you.
it makes me feel alive.
Going fast.
Oh, can we just talk quickly about, remember when Yusei was tuning up his Duel Runner and he was literally listening to the theme song of the fucking show on the radio while he was tuning up his Duel Runner?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That happened, and I want you to know, I was like sitting here and I had like it on while I was like working, and I was just like, going fast makes me feel alive, and I'm just like bopping to it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I just listened to the intro, what's happening?
I was like, oh shit, is the next episode?
I was like, oh god, Hulu is broken.
Oh,
me,
my
Colton,
Lord.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but I broke the Hulu account.
How does that work? I like, not only that, but fucking hell, it's like they even whistle it in the show too, and I'm like, guys, is that the only piece of music that exists in this universe?
Yes, that's it.
That's it. That's the only thing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
it's only that.
It's that and Duel Monsters.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like, hey, do we have normal jobs? No, Duel Monsters.
I honestly would love to live in this world, man. Like, could you imagine, like, a world where you can duel your way out of a ticket? Like, come on now. That's
I think there's only 2 jobs in this world: scientist or duelist.
I'm in.
You know, there are like other jobs, obviously, but you know, imagine living in a society where your entire like life and shit and like economy, I guess, is based off of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like,
Yeah.
so you're telling me, right? 2010 Rain would have been rolling in the dough and like moved our family all the way up in status by dueling with my fishboard deck because like of shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. They'd be like, oh, Joe and Rain, these two fucking top tier duelists, and we're just sitting there and we're just like, I summon Fishborg Blaster. I summon the Cyber Dragon. Wow.
2010, good times.
Oh my god. To the surprise of literally no one, that would be me and you to this day, is still that.
If Yu-Gi-Oh was that simple, still.
I wish.
Yeah, it is a fucking nightmare of a game now. Oh my god.
Yeah. On a side note, I've heard Colton has been wanting to duel me.
Oh yeah, so I figure, you know what, we're wrapping up this episode because we have come to time, but I feel like this is the perfect opportunity because I have been hearing high and tail of the great Joe's dueling abilities, and I would like to I'd like to see if you can catch these mechanized hands. Like I want to see if you can stack up to these gears, man. I feel like because you run Cyber Dragons, right? So from what I hear,
No, my girlfriend runs Cyber Dragons.
Oh, okay.
You know, Joe runs a dragon deck.
Oh, you run. Oh, okay. Because I also have
I run Dwagons.
I also have a
Dwagons.
Dwagons. I love that. I also happen to run a Red Eyes and a Blue Eyes deck, so I would love to see if that works.
If you show up with a Blue Eyes deck, I'll have to pull out mine.
A clash of the fucking titans.
If you pull out a Blue Eyes deck, I'm gonna have to show up like Seto Kaiba, and that's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're gonna go, and I'm gonna summon all 15 cards in my extra deck. And the duel's gonna be over.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I got some cute little things to lock stuff out like that. So,
or I could bust out my secret deck and just sit there and watch you
see how it happens.
it's all right. I can for your secret deck. I can use my Red Eyes deck. My Red Eyes deck is not as powerful as my Blue Eyes deck, but it is much scrappier and much more of a pain in the ass.
Before we go on a whole tangent about you two dueling each other, can I just like finish talking about the last episode in the season?
Oh, we're already at the last episode. Holy shit!
Yeah, we're on the last episode of the season, so I just like really wanted.
Oh yeah,
I just
definitely
really wanted to like finish that up before we like are, because we're almost at time. We have a couple minutes. So to the surprise of literally nobody, Jack and Yusei duel. They duel each other.
Yeah, imagine.
And imagine if they didn't duel each other at the end of the season.
That would be amazing, honestly. I think that would be incredible.
I think every season ends with them two dueling each other.
Well, sounds about right. Yusei summons the Stardust Dragon. Jack summons the Red Dragon Archfiend, as one does when battling, you know. And the Crimson Dragon appears, fueled by all the signers, including one from a severed arm in Goodwin's possession. That's delicious. The Crimson Dragon shows Yusei, Jack, Akisa, and Luna bizarre visions of the people of the stars and the futures of the satellite in New Domino City. And then Yusei and Jack kind of just be like, and that's cool, continue their duel, which ends with Yusei winning, and Yusei becomes the duel king.
Oh, God.
We just got to talk about that this duel happens, and it's like time froze over the entire arena, and Jack and Yusei are dueling in like another dimension, and
it wouldn't be Yu-Gi-Oh if there wasn't another fucking dimension that someone duels in.
A dual dimension in every series.
The final blast has freezes the holograms and when they come out of it, I don't. My memory's a little foggy. I haven't watched this in a while, but I do remember like an explosion, and it just shows up with Yusei's life points still having like 400 or 500, and Jack having 0.
Yeah.
But the Red Dragon and Red Dragon, Archfiend, and Stardust Dragon are locked in battle.
Yep.
But they're frozen solid, and everyone's like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" And Goodwin just says, "Announce it. That's the final."
Yeah. He just says, "Fuck it. That's how it is. We're doing it."
Imagine if I was like judging you and Zach dueling, Colton, and like I black out and I just like wake up and you still have some life points and I don't know what happened and I just go, "No, that's it, Colton wins." I don't know what happened here. You guys went to like another room or something and you just come back and go, "I have 500 life points and Zach has 0," and I just go, "Yeah, that sounds legit."
That scans. He wins. Good game. Good. Do not pass go. Get out of my house. Oh man, I love that. That's
this season, right? Like this is a wild first season.
I'll say
Of like a series, and I was saying this to Zach, and I'm saying it here on the podcast. I think that we need to watch season 2.
yes, we do. This is the
And
only
it might
Yu-Gi-Oh.
just be because I want to talk about my favorite character, and he doesn't show up until season 2.
Now,
Crow Hogan. Oh, babe.
I have a proposition because we have done 3 different season 1s of 3 different Yu-Gi-Oh series. I propose that we go back and do season 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series, and then season 2 of GX, and then season 2 of this.
Oh, I don't know if I got the strength. Listen, I could talk about GX is fine. I know GX, but like I don't know if I could do OG Yu-Gi-Oh. That might be one of those I call Joe and I'm like, "Here, Joe, you be me today."
You be me today.
Just talk about Fishfork Blaster. You'll get through the whole episode.
I mean, Rain, if it makes you feel any better, it's Seto Kaiba based and it's Battle City. So, like,
I'm cool, Joe. You take over.
Right here.
Oh, listen, Joe cosplays said okay, all right. He's
I remember that. That was a wonderful time.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be it for this evening. What do you think?
What you guys, and the only season of Yu-Gi-Oh that I haven't actually watched that I've been told to check out, and because it's really, really dark, is to check out season 0.
Yeah, so I've heard.
That's what I've been told. So maybe
that's something to watch. And
maybe we'll come around and do that.
I'd love that.
But anyway, that's it. That's time, right?
That's a time.
We somehow got through the entire fucking first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's.
Yeah, we ran out of speed counters.
I don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
In most of that season, and I just read the wiki and watched it 3 times.
I'm still vaguely unclear on what a turbo duel is, so I think that's a good place to...
All right, I can sum up this last hour with a few words.
Card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycles.
Vroom, vroom, here's the blue eyes, bitch!
Great. Thank you to our guest, Joe, for coming on. If you would like to put out your social media for anyone to follow you, if not, you don't have to.
Twitter handle is ShouldDynasty4.
And that would be it. Thank you guys so much for listening. And tune in next week where we fucking talk about something else.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe not. We haven't figured it out yet. So we'll know when you know.
All right.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Bye.